Good morning, students. Today I am going to talk about the file level virtualizations. See, the file level virtualization. Like basically, we are going to use for the two environment. Why? Because we have to implement the file level virtualizations. See, what are the like environment we supposed to use in the file level virtualization? One is the NAS as well as the file server. See, the both the environment, okay, we supposed to implement the file level virtualizations. The NAS, okay, which is nothing but it is a network attached storage as well as the file server. It is going to provide the very simple as well as the file mobility solutions. It is going to provide very simple solutions as well as the file mobility solutions. The file mobility solutions, okay, which is nothing but it is going to what is that? Creates the like a logical storage pool, okay, which is nothing but it is going to enable the user has to use the different paths, which is nothing but it should be a logical path or it may be a physical path. Why? Because to access the file. The logical path, okay, which is nothing but it is one of the root directory of that particular file. Then the the physical path, which is nothing but is one of the root directory of that particular file. But the logical path, okay, when we when we are going to use for the backslash means it is going to separate the particular file from that particular path. I am repeating, the logical path, okay, it is going to tell us about the by using the backslash means it is going to what is that, eliminates the or it is going to separate that particular file in the logical path. But physical path means it is going to tell us about the root directory of that particular path, because we have to use the whatever we need, means the user whatever they have to need they can easily access by using these two paths for appropriate file. Then we are move on to the file level virtualizations. Okay, how the this file level virtualization, okay, like it is going to sharing the files, okay, after and before. Okay, before what and all consequence we supposed to use, and what are after, okay, what are the benefits, okay, we are going to getting from this to environment, means either it should be NAS or it may be a file server environment. See, before here you look at the diagram, the clients directly attached to the storage array, means here the dependency should be more, okay, means the client has to access the what is that file locations, okay, means the client directly dependent on to the server, okay, because to access the file locations. And here there is no any optimizations, okay, here there is no any what is that, utilization optimization, but here they have the optimization. Why? Because the client, okay, directly they are not dependent on to the server to access the file locations, because here we are going to use for the virtual applications, means we are going to use for the one of the interface in between server as well as the client, okay, there we are going to using for the interface. So the client has to approach the first that interface, then the interface, okay, which is going to helpful for to providing the file or that path to the client. See, this is what the before and after the file, okay, how we are going to sharing and what are the benefits, okay, we supposed to getting from has the environment. And then the next one is object based storage as well as the unified storage platform. Here the object based storage, okay, here we are going to store the data in the form of object, means the object of the data, okay, it may be a many data, okay, the multiple data, okay, we are going to store in the form of object. The object, okay, basically it is going to contains, okay, it is going to consisting the content of that particular data, or it may be attributes, or it may be values, okay. And then instead of using the file name as well as the locations of that particular file name in the object based storage, they are going to use the objects of that particular attributes, or it may be a value of that, then as well as the content of that particular object. See, this is what the object based server, sorry, storage. Then the object based storage, okay, which is going to helpful for many interface as well as the many protocols, such as common interface file system, then network file systems, then what is that, internet, simple computer system interface, fiber channels, okay, fiber channel over the ethernet. So then what is that, that is representational state transfer, that is REST, and SOAP, okay, the simple object access protocol. These are the many protocol, okay, which is going to help for what is that, creating the object as well as the storing that particular object in the one of the storage device, okay. These all are the helpful protocols, okay, for client. Then this what is like object based storage, okay, where like they are going to use for the different object, okay, by using the identifier, okay, by using the unique identifier. See that unique identifier, we are going to call it as the object unique identifier, okay. Well, like what it will do means, okay, which is going to helpful for like easily for client can like access that particular file or the particular data in the locations. Then like what is the unified storage, okay. The unified storage, it is going it is going to consolidate the block of data, or it may be a group of data, okay, in the object based access within the unified platform. Means like it is going to like consolidate all the group of data, or it may be group of files in the single platform, okay. And it is also like supports the many many protocols, just now I told, right, NAFS and CFS, okay. These all are going to support for the both the objects. It may be unified storage as well as the object based storage. And like here the multiple what is that protocol for it is going to support for data access that can be managed using the single managed interface, okay. The like all the what is the huge or many number of data they are going to access as well as be managed, okay, by using the one single interface, or it may be one single platform. See, that is what the unified storage. Then the next topic is what are the components we are going to use in the object storage data, okay. So here we are going to use for the three types of object. One is nodes, second one is private network, and third one is the storage, okay. See, what are the nodes will we do, okay. The nodes, okay, which is nothing but it is going to what are the yes, the server, okay, that can runs the what is that object storage, okay, object storage device, okay, operating system. It is going to provides the services to store as well as the retrieve and manage the data within the system, okay. And this, okay, what is that OSD nodes, okay, they have two key services. One is metadata services as well as the storage services. The metadata services, okay, the what is the responsibility of metadata means, here it is going to generate the object ID from the content of the file, and also it is going to maintain that mapping of the object ID into the file name space, means like file system namespace. Say like you look at this diagram, we are having the metadata as well as the storage data, and what is that internal network as well as the internet protocol. So everything they are going to interconnected in the what is the OSD components. See, this is the components of this figure, okay. What it will do means, the application server, okay, directly it is going to send to the data or request into the OSD system through the internet protocol, okay. After that, what it will there, okay, in OSD system, here having the metadata service data, okay, these two are, okay, it is going to maintain the OSD nodes, okay. Then metadata, okay, it is responsible for, okay, for generating the object ID from the content of the file, and it is also maintained as well as the mapping that particular object ID into the file system namespaces, okay. And then the storage services, okay, it is going to manages the manages the set of disk on which, okay, on which files of the data it is going to stored, okay. This is about the storage services. And here the OSD nodes are connected to the storage via by using the internal network, okay. The internal network, which is nothing but it should be a private network. Okay, the internal network, what it will do means it is going to